Hello, class 2073. Today we're going to be talking about a little old thing known as irony. Let me write a little story of a man on the board for y'all, okay? A man turns the key to his car. His car explodes. All right. So throughout this lesson, we'll be talking about this theoretical man and his car. And let's break down this first type of irony we're seeing. When you look at these two sentences paired together, what do you guys notice?
They both have the word car in them.
They do. And in the first sentence, if we take away the second sentence, what do you expect the car is going to do after he turns the key?
I expect it to turn on.
Yeah, just start like normal.
Yeah.
But then, boom, we reveal the car explodes.
It was unexpected.
Yes, exactly. Almost like the opposite of what you expect.
Yes.
Now, this type of irony is called situational irony. Situational irony is created by putting two events together. The first initial event, creating an expectation, and the event in response, subverting said expectations. Okay, let's continue on with the story of the man. His day gets worse. Alright, so he then mutters, "Oh, this is great. Oh, this is great." So we know this is situational, so I'll put an S there. He then mutters, "Well, this is great." Do you guys think he actually thinks it's great that his car exploded?
Probably not.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Wouldn't be
saying
too good.
this is third-degree burns, right? He's had a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
So this is called when you say something but mean something else. We call it sarcasm, but it's also called verbal irony. Put that little V there. So far we got situational, verbal. Real quick, can someone define both?
Well, verbal irony is like sarcasm when you say something but you mean something else.
Yes.
Situational irony would be like when the opposite happens in a situation or event that something you wouldn't expect.
Exactly, yeah. All right, good job, guys. And then we have a final thing that happens to this guy. And this is the most fun type of irony. The irony that we usually don't connect to irony because a lot of us don't know these literary devices well. Let me see. Okay. Little does he know. Does he know? This is great. This is great. His insurance will pay him millions. His insurance, we're running out of space, will pay him millions. Alright, so, little does he know is the big phrase there to pay attention to. Could you guys guess what type of irony this is? Again, it's hard because we don't talk about it a lot, but it's very prevalent. I'll give you the name. Dramatic irony. So based on how I defined the other ironies, right? Situational, verbal. What do you guys think dramatic irony is? And I'll give you a hint. It has to deal with the reader-character relationship. What does the reader know here?
The reader knows that his insurance is going to pay him millions.
Does the character know that?
No.
Because little does he know.
Oh.
Yeah. So this creates this thing called dramatic irony, which is often tragic, used by someone like Shakespeare a lot, where one character says, "I'm going to kill this man," and then the next scene the man's like, "I love being alive." So that's dramatic irony or tragic irony. So we have three types. There's a lot more. Like some people say verbal irony and comic irony are different things, etc., etc. But these are the basics. And now that we've kind of talked about them, I want you guys to compose a sentence and/or a tweet utilizing at least two of these three types of irony. So yeah, a sentence or a tweet. And since Mrs. People Schaefer does not have a phone to use, you can use this chalk and write it up here. And artists, you can just use your phone.
Alrighty.
I'm trying to think of one.
So a sentence that you use two of the three?
Yeah, two of the three. So,
Oof, okay.
and if you get stuck, you can give me your first part that uses one and we can think of another.
Okay.
How about you talk about your dog Cole? What is something you know that Cole does not?
Oh, okay. Well, something I know that Cole does not.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's ironic that whenever I adopted Cole, he was shy and scared of everything, and now he's a little monster man.
Okay, so how about we prompt? You say at the start.
Oh, I got it.
There you go.
Start. Cole was afraid. Then I'm gonna use that phrase that you use. Little did I know
Ooh.
he would end up being crazy.
Nice. All right, this does utilize two types of ironies. So let's analyze it. So little did I know, a big indicator we got dramatic irony, okay? So that's done. But also, these two sentences put together, shy to crazy, or afraid to crazy, excuse me, tells us that we are working with situational irony as well. And oftentimes situational irony and dramatic irony can coincide, especially when it's more lighthearted dramatic irony. Like if someone's writing a memoir and they're like, little did I know XX good thing would happen to me, you know? What did you get? Mr. Artist.
So it's not like just two sentences, but I think it uses two types.
All right.
So I said, I spent all day making a big meal, and I said to myself, I can't wait to eat this. Then I got food poisoning and died.
That's good situational irony.
Did my sentence of I can't wait to eat this count as verbal irony, considering the fact that it ended up killing me even though I was excited to eat it?
1,000%. And now we see kind of that the reason people who are very good writers just use irony generally and they don't usually classify down like this is because, as you guys both noted, your sentences contain both types of irony at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to consider. Don't worry too much about classifications when writing. Just think about overall the big takeaway, ironic juxtaposition. When you put one thing next to something unexpected, you get irony. And it can be verbal irony, it can be situational irony, or it can be tragic irony. But it's just about playing with your audience's expectations. Essentially, irony is just comedy, because that's what comedians do. So yeah, thanks for listening and learning. Have a good day.